OG Lee in the house once again. Thank goodness. Thank goodness.
Hey, we back with another one, baby.
Another one.
This what is it? 26? 26. And back again with another one. We're back again with another one with Michelle.
Episode 26.
Episode 26.
Yeah,
Write this
Michelle.
down.
If they remember her from, I guess, what, episode 24?
24, indeed.
Just like that, she caught the vapors.
Caught the
And
video.
had to come back.
Had to come back and get a taste.
Well, I do enjoy.
Had to come back, man.
Came back and sat down with this guy. You must be crazy, man.
No, I think it had to be you,
I
man.
think it affected you. You become very yellow today.
Yeah.
From head to toe.
I wanted to be.
You kind of remind me. Wait, what was that thing? You remember Run Run? There was a show after school special. They had Run Run, and it was all these black kids that lived in some project. And he had the dude. I can't think of his name.
I feel like this is out of my area here. This
It was
must
like
be
in the
old
70s,
school.
maybe 80s. Run Run or Round Run or what was his name? It was a fat dude that would dance, and then he had those other
Hey.
people.
Fat Albert.
No,
She's fucking talking about rerun.
run.
Yeah. So look, you
had
sounded.
a rerun hat.
Hey.
Rerun hat on. What was that show? Check it out. Google it. Google's it. Picture of rerun. I forgot about it.
Rerun used to wear a beret.
A beret or one of these sometimes, and he had suspenders, and he would just be big old boy, but bouncing it.
We're gonna have to pull that.
And then
one
he
up.
had the skinny nerd dude.
Roger, yeah.
Right, you know what I'm talking
Dang,
about.
old
I
school.
can't,
I came up through that. I came
I
up
can't
when it
remember
was
the
like
name of
that
that.
was going when it was like fucking 6 channels.
I know, right?
Hold up though. Hold up. We can't just lead into convo. This is old school, new school. We got a guest too. Michelle is back. I gotta see how y'all are feeling today, because today is not yesterday, not the day before. How are y'all feeling today?
I'm feeling fantastic because I beat a kid swimming. I mean, he was like an actual, normal child. It wasn't like he had any development issues. So, and he was 18, so I got to rub it in his face a little bit.
Got you.
It's like
Yeah,
an old lady beat you.
That's a hell of a
An
feat.
old lady beat you.
That's a hell of a feat, man.
What was the race like? How long was it?
It was just 25 meters.
25 meters. Okay.
That's still a hell of a feat.
I mean, he did, okay, the man was a gentleman. I mean, because he's 6'4" and I'm 5. So I got a 5-second head start,
Okay.
which I think is fair. And he almost beat me. I mean, he's going on a swimming scholarship, so I told him he better start swimming.
Shouts
Because he
out.
won't be keeping that very long.
That might be his motivation.
I
Never
know.
again.
I know. I told him I was going to show up at his school and say, I beat you. Old lady
Now,
beat
where
you."
was he? UALR?
No, it was at athletic club.
No, I mean, where's his
Oh,
scholarship?
his scholarship is at Case Western in Ohio.
Case Western.
Oh, he got real school scholarship for swimming. Like
Wow,
serious.
So, I mean, you got to be a hell of a swimmer.
I like to think I am.
Yeah, because if he got hella scholarships and you beat him, even with that head
5
start of 5 seconds, still he's a scholarship guy.
I will tell you, I went so fast.
What was the name of that college he went to?
He's going to Case Western in Ohio.
I'm sure that's a hell of a school, but I never
it
heard of
really
it.
is.
I never heard of it. But, hey,
They got a really good law school.
okay.
Hey, OG Lee, how you feeling? Don't breathe
Man,
fast, bro.
I'm feeling wonderful, man.
Wonderful.
Hey, if I was feeling
look
any
happy.
better, I couldn't
Yeah.
stand it, man.
He looks happy, right?
Right. Yeah, boy, he's
There's no
radiating
reason,
over there.
man, to be unhappy. People try to put their shit on you, but really, stay true to your game, and man, there ain't really no reason to be unhappy, because you don't know how much fucking long you're gonna be here, and that's the bottom line. Bottom line.
Glass half empty, half full type of deal, eh?
Yeah, I mean, we got shit that's going on in our lives, but I always do that relative thinking. You know what I'm saying? Not to kill my joy, but just to be, keep it in my forefront. You know what I'm saying? This other motherfucker's doing a lot worse than you.
That's always a good way to do it. A good way to do it.
Absolutely, man.
For somebody kind of, it's not a topic, but just stuck in that kind of pessimistic mindset.
Do drugs. Do
Straight
drugs,
to the
man.
drugs.
Do drugs. That's what's, man, look, if you were to really think about it critically, which nobody wants to change it in the government or whatever, but if you were to think about how many Americans have a vice, I mean, that literally, if they didn't get it, man, there'd be some serious agitation and maybe even worse than
Chick-fil-A.
that.
I was about to say
You know what I'm
Starbucks
saying?
is one of those for real. But
Really? I never understood Starbucks.
I don't either.
I don't
Not for me,
understand
right?
it, but it's like
So,
you know, you can, man. Once you
I
get
gotta tell
people
you a funny story.
who about crowd think, and you can get people.
I want to tell
doing
you a funny
anything.
story. So, my cousin who lives in Rome, anyway, lives part of the time in Venezuela. So he was telling me, and I was asking him like, what's going on? Because we have a lot of people leaving Venezuela coming to America, and he was like, oh, it's so fucked up, blah blah blah. And then he said, let me tell you something. This is how insane Venezuela is. They painted a Starbucks sign. Someone wrote Starbucks, misspelled it, put it up there, made it look like a Starbucks sign, and then charged people like $200 for just a cup of coffee. And they came, like hundreds and thousands of people.
200 of their money.
Yeah.
Okay, so how much is that of our money?
I don't know, but I'm saying the point is that need of escape and wanting to be a part of what everybody else in the world is doing is so great that someone took some janky ass hand painted misspelled Starbucks sign and put it up there, and people were desperate enough to believe it was a real Starbucks.
But I was asking that because
It was a
I'm
lot.
sure it's a whole lot of crazy looking shit in Venezuela anyway, probably, right? To where that was like way out of.
Well, I mean, they have so much like between war, crime, and crazy inflation. They just wanted that escape so bad.
Right.
I'm talking like it looked like your child made this sign, right? That they wanted it so bad to just not be a part of the hell that's going on in their country. That they bought into it, and they spent like their whole weeks, months earning for just a regular cup of coffee.
Man, if I was to listen to the news, they were just talking about yesterday, Venezuelan gangs in America on the news.
In America?
What's one of them?
The names, I have no idea. I just heard them say like,
An
I'll be-
influx or what?
yeah, I don't know what city or state. I think they might have been saying New York.
Well, you have a lot of people coming
But,
from Venezuela.
Yeah, that's what they were saying. And then, of course, with that, they were saying the younger ones, some of them, are down with gangs. So, and they were saying, they used the word like infiltrate. They're infiltrating, make it seem like shit is gloom and doom. That's what sells, by the way, right? Gloom and doom.
Oh, yeah.
In that good old media, like we were discussing last time we sat down with Michelle.
So, Michelle, how you doing, man?
I'm doing great. I told you I just beat a young dude swimming.
Swimming
Hey,
it up.
he beat me once, but I know when to quit. And that our tire breaker, I did it after he made like 3 other races. Because I got to be smart about it. I had to wear him out, but I still beat him. So that's all that matters.
I really had a question since we had a female guest on the podcast, right? There was the recent news.
Wait.
Yeah.
You have to put a disclaimer in there.
Which one? Give me that.
That the comments that she's getting ready to make.
How do you know what my comments are about to make?
I
You're gonna
don't
tell
know
me?
it. Hold on. I ain't gonna tell. Hold on.
You're gonna instruct
I'm
me?
saying that the comments she's getting ready to make do not represent any shit affiliated with this show, and it does not represent all of the females. It's just her.
Well,
And I say
obviously.
that about me. Yeah.
But you don't need to tell people I don't represent all females. That's just common sense.
No, yeah. 'Cause-
This is just the guest we got.
And that was just something for me to just say at that time.
Yeah,
so.
I'm
But go ahead.
I'm
Tell them
feeling
your
it.
shit.
But I had just saw Miss America, Maryland, that had won last year.
Oh my god.
She was a
Oh
trans
my God.
woman.
See, I have not seen her.
You
I don't
know
know what she looks
that's
like.
how the Hispanic ladies in New York. I learned that.
What?
Oh my god.
Oh my God.
When they just,
Oh my dear.
Oh my god.
Oh my dear.
Oh my God.
dear.
This
Dear,
lady,
dear.
what happened to her now? Or
No,
what
she
didn't
was,
happen to her?
I don't want to mispronounce her name, but Miss America, Maryland, last year's trans, had recently married a Marine, so she was kind of in the news. But I didn't even catch the news last year when she had won Miss America. So I was just seeing that, and I was thinking, like, as a woman, this is typically, a competition for women. A trans woman, is that just fair competition, or?
Well, I remember back in the day when I'd go, and see drag shows and hang out with drag queens. They made me look bad. Like they had like all the curves, everything, and you think
They had all the what?
the curves and makeup and
I thought you
know.
said courage.
No, but I'm saying.
They do have some hell of a
Oh
courage
yeah, don't
too.
ever fuck with a drag queen. They have no. I mean, they will take you down. But I'm saying they look so good, and I have everything that they want, and I can't look that good. You know. So I mean, and you think.
Man, listen.
I'm talking about women
If you
in general have
are
more fat,
a
more curvy.
transgender, right? Don't go trying to push yourself on women. Have one of those contests for transgender. Have every competition for transgender. Don't put a transgender swimmer that's built like a fucking weightlifter or whatever
I see
against
what you're
these
saying.
women.
Well,
Have
I
your own.
see what you're saying.
It's one of the
I
things,
do.
even with
You
black
could.
people, one of the things I cannot stand is people trying to push themselves on other people when they don't want it. I hate that shit.
Give me an example on that one.
Like it's so many things I see with black people where I think, why do you? I mean, it was clear and still is clear in so many ways that white people don't want you in this particular thing. Why don't you do it yourself instead of keep trying to push into that when you literally know? Listen, we don't want you in this, right? Stick with you're a transgender, right? Why you keep trying to push yourself on the females? You're not a female. Go with the transgender competition, and nobody's mad at you. What the fuck you want to compete against?
I feel like there should
man,
be some
please, these transgender
distinguishing
people, they taking shit
kind of
too
factors,
far, man.
But,
Which I say they taking shit too far. I take that back because the new America is about that. In the old America, this is taking too
it's
far.
old school.
I
But
mean,
now-
I really think, and I think I said this earlier. People spend there's something like 23% of the laws are being passed about transgender, this, that, the other, and literally less than 1% of the population is transgender. Why are you spending so much fucking money over this hysteria that has nothing to do with how
What
you
do you
live?
say when you're spending on money on?
But they're
what
they're doing all these
hysteria?
transgender laws, like I mean, between bathroom laws, sports laws. I mean, they're making these laws.
Okay,
up.
now
Less than 1% of the
interesting that
population.
you mentioned that because the last time you mentioned about the person should be able to go into the bathroom based on how they present themselves.
Right. I mean, I'm not going to go and check you out. You're going in there to do private business. Why am I going to go and look at your bits when I mean you're just going to go take a shit? Why does that? Why should that bother me?
Well,
it shouldn't.
Well, if it's
And you're worried about children.
If
Be
it's
with
a-
your
if
fucking
it's-
children
if
and
it's
don't
a-
leave them alone.
if
There
it's
you
a-
go.
If it's a man
Presenting as a man.
presenting as a woman, he goes into the woman's bathroom, right?
I'm just assuming.
Because he's
it.
presenting himself as a
Right.
woman, right?
So you think he's going to go in there and try to abduct somebody just as a woman?
Hey, he's already queer enough to turn himself into a woman. So you don't think that he's got other crazy thoughts maybe when and this is what women
What's
I
he going
guess
to
are
tell
afraid
women
of.
into women? I mean, what's the fear?
No,
What's
he's
the
gonna
fear
be
that you
looking
have?
maybe at him like he's a man. And that's what I'm thinking they're
Wait,
thinking. Not
so
that he's
you're
even gonna
assuming-
grope him, but just that,
Well, I mean, then you shouldn't I mean, by that logic, then if you're gay, you shouldn't be going to straight restrooms. That's the same logic. He's gonna be looking at him like a man. You're talking about sexualize him. So
Yeah,
that's the
yeah.
same logic you have is saying, okay, so gay people go to this bathroom, straight people go to this bathroom, trans
no,
people
but
go to
gay
that
people
bathroom.
do not present. Say if, for instance, if you're a dude, right, you go into a man's bathroom. If you go like most of them do and sit down to pee and shit, nobody knows. They just think you're making a number two or whatever, right?
Right. But I'm saying, but there's no difference. I mean, you're concerned about the possibility.
It's
of
not, I
having
don't
a-
have no concern about
I'm
it because
saying-
I hope I don't ever be
Most
around
people
no
go in the
motherfucker like
bathroom
that.
and you don't. I mean, how many people you know pick up other people in the bathroom? Pick
No,
them
it's
up
no
in the
picking-
bathroom.
Let me say this: the complaint, I guess, came from women.
I don't
guess.
think so.
I don't
no,
think
it can't. I don't think
You
so.
think men had a problem
Oh
with it?
yeah, men have a lot of problems with anything that has to do with sex.
It might have if you had some fathers who can't seen some husky looking motherfucker come out the bathroom claiming to be a woman. It might have started from that. I don't know. But I'm just saying.
But I don't understand how that affects you as a man.
His
or as a
daughter's
father.
in the bathroom. What the fuck do you mean?
But aren't you? I mean, if they're of under a certain age, you don't let them go by yourself, right? You go with them.
No, if I take my grandkids out, I look and see first and see how many motherfuckers coming in and out. Once it gets empty, they go in.
Oh, you don't go with them?
No, man, as long as I know nobody's in there, I don't go in there with them. Now, I have went in there several times to make sure nobody was in there. Then it's
I
just
usually
like at
go- I
home. Use
usually
the
go-
bathroom
like, I usually
and wash
go-
your hands and come on out.
Right. I mean, I usually go. I say that. Like, I have a lot of kids when I'm teaching the lessons and they have to go. I just go with them, make sure, and I stay in there just to make sure they're okay.
So
between-
you go into the
between-
male's bathroom.
Well, yeah. But no, actually, we have a separate bathroom. It's unisex, I guess. But when I was a kid and young, because I have a brother a year older, he had to go to the bathroom, my mom took him into the women's bathroom to go use the bathroom.
Yeah.
You don't let your kid go up
It's
until they're like
different,
13.
man. It's different than taking your daughter in the men's bathroom.
Yeah, because you can't trust a house full of men.
You're exactly right. I agree
I
with you
know.
100%.
Isn't that from
You
Color
can't
Purple?
trust women either. You can't trust
Speaking
people.
of which, I was,
know what I'm
one of
saying?
my jobs, I was in
Because
the
when the guy
men's shower
comes
room.
home
and none of
and
the
his
lights
woman is
were-
in the bed with the fucking mailman, you know what I'm saying?
You'll find this funny. So one of my jobs, I was in the
I'm
men's
not
shower
gonna laugh
room.
just because you said that.
Anyway, none of the lights worked, and I was like, "Ooh, I would never go where it's dark and a bunch of men go. That just seems like a dangerous place.
Wise.
Say that again now.
A dark place where a lot of men go. I would not go. Mm-mm. Anyway, it's a shower room, and none of the lights worked. And I said, this just seems very dangerous to me as a woman. No, I don't want to be around there. I don't know what's going on. That's just too much. Can't see.
That makes common sense, yeah.
I know. I mean, unfortunately, it goes to that whole animal thing that you were saying last week. Because you instructed the girls, but you don't instruct the boys. They just be boys.
Well, it's just like if you say, for instance, that a man is a lion, right? I would tell, if I had kids, in the animal kingdom, and they were all, different kinds of animals that were far inferior in so many ways to the lion, I would tell them about the lion. I really would, because the fucking lion is gonna get their ass if they're not careful. So we could go I think other countries are more realistic about certain things in terms of our, individual natures as far as male and female. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And live life accordingly like that, and not try to, tell people what the fuck how to live, and tell kids and shit.
Like who?
Like
what
right
country
now,
is
you
it?
tell a kid, with this whole, for instance, this transgender thing,
Mhm.
and I have to be honest,
tell a
I'm
kid
going
transgender.
with the news, because thank God I haven't had this as a private thing. Like so many other things they divide us on. But anyway, I don't have nobody that's considering anything about transgender in my family that I know of.
Right.
Right? So I don't get all of this shit when they say it. And I'm old school too, where I just knew basically male and female, right? But now they're saying, like, from what I'm understanding on the news, that a parent can, change their kid's sex based on the child and them agreeing that I'm a male, but I would like to be a female.
Okay.
And so then they go through all of this therapy shit. Before you know it, he's getting his fucking schlong cut off,
No,
and he's
first
8
of all-
years old or
First
something
of
like
all,
that.
surgery never occurs before you're 18 in general, because your body still grows.
Okay.
So that's just bullshit that they feed you to feed that fear.
Okay. See.
Secondly, again, less than 1% of the population. So there's not like a whole mass, like gigantic number of people. But there are some people who, like, I just don't feel like a girl. I feel kind of like a boy. And you're not, so you just want to be seen as a guy. Thinking back when I was growing up, there were people like that, girls who were overly tomboy. They presented themselves as a dude, and vice versa, right? But you never just officially said, "Hey, dude, it wasn't so." Actually,